All right, everyone, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the November 30th 2021 meeting of the Kubernetes 123 release team. This is week 15. I am your host today, James Laverack. I am one of the release lead shadows. Just before we get started, can I ask everyone to please put themselves down on the attendee list in the meeting notes, which I'm showing, and there should be a link lying around somewhere. Someone could put that in the chat, be useful. And also, can I remind everyone, as this is a Kubernetes official meeting, to please abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which boils down to be excellent to each other. All right, just before we get started on the meeting proper, we have a couple of open discussion items. Ray, we have a week left.
Yeah, so we have one more week exactly until 123 is released. Should be released by a week from today, Tuesday, December 7th. So we're almost there.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Ray. Any comments, concerns, celebrations 1 week ago? All right. The only other thing I see in open discussion items, and thank you very much for that, Ray, by the way, is our standing point about adding things to the release retrospective document. If anyone has any comments, I know that in the SIG release meeting earlier today, there was discussions about branch fast forwarding, which I believe has been added to that document as well. So if that's something that interests you, it's something to think about. All right then, let us move on to sub-project updates. If there are no further comments or questions from anyone. Nope. All right, enhancements with Grace.
Hello everyone. So enhancement current status is green. We're pretty much at the same place we were last week. Nothing new.
Good, that's good to hear. Any questions for enhancements? Nope. All right. Thank you so much, Grace. CI Signal, Hassan, I think you're on the call.
Yeah, I'm on the call. So compared to yesterday, so nothing has changed. We are still in yellow. We have some, more passing in master blocking. Yeah, so one less flaky. In master informing, yeah, we are still, following that failing issue. So the open PRs is still waiting for the last improvers. So I think I'm gonna ping that person from SIG storage. I had some discussion with him in the past, so I think we can continue with the topic with him. So in the release cut branch master blocking, so we have one failing and we are following this. Yeah, the pull request is open. Yeah, I think it will take couple of days till it can be resolved. In the master informing, we have two failings, and their GitHub issues open. So I just put new tags on the issues, like to prioritize those issues. So that's it. Just in case. Though I think both of them belongs to SIG storage, I will ping the guys again, or the girls. That's all from our side.
All right. Any questions or comments?
Yeah, just one. So we do have that one failing job in the SIG release 123 master blocking board, and that is very critical. So the I have this on my update, but I'll just state it here that I did add the milestone to that open PR to fix that, and also added the priority critical urgent label as well. So hopefully folks from testing will be able to review that pull request.
Thank you, Ray.
Welcome.
All right. Thank you so much for the update. Any further comments for that update? Nope. All right then. Thank you. Let us move on to bug triage.
Yep, so our status is yellow, probably red, because we have one release blocking issue, which is Kubernetes publishing bot is broken. This was brought up in Slack a few hours back, and looks like this is related to the commits getting missed. So that's the issue which is open. And then we also have two critical urgent issues from yesterday. I think those, I'll follow up on those and what updates need to be done. And then we have 13 issues which are getting thought, but the most important one is the other three issues, the publishing bot being broken and the Go module not getting tagged and popping off etcd client, which would block the release.
Okay. Thank you for that update. Do you need any assistance with any of this? Is there anything any of us can do to help?
I would need some help with Kate's Go module not being tagged and the etcd bump issue. I'll follow up on Slack and also on the issue to check if there are any updates.
All right. Okay. As I say, if there's anything we can do, do not be afraid to holler if needed. Any questions or comments on book triage from anyone?
I think we talked about so in the SIG release meeting this morning. Don't know if the Go modules not being tagged is related, but we did talk about some missing tags on KK master. So don't know if this if it's also caused by the same issue, and it's from a missing commit. And also the publishing bot might we sort of discussed that as well. So also similar issues. So we did talk about in the SIG release meeting, but I'll look into the Go modules and the etcd client issue. It's just we need we just need confirmation. I don't see a pull request or any open pull request to bump etcd client to 351 and 123. I did see some comments like this might be in after 123, since someone asked about that. So I could ping the people on this issue if it's going to be targeted for 123.1 instead. But I don't see any pull requests right now for 123 itself. I did see, I'm sorry, there is a merge pull request into KK master to bump etcd. It's to 351, and that's been merged for a while now. So so might already been this. I'll have to verify if this is already complete for 123.
Okay. I guess we can do some verification and we can circle back to this in tomorrow's meeting. All right. Any other comments for book triage on any of this? No. Okay. Vasa, thank you very much for that update. Moving on, docs with Jesse.
Yeah, we're looking very similar to yesterday. We've made some progress toward today's docs ready deadline, but we're not quite there. So we're tracking red. I don't know the specific numbers. The tracking sheet was a little jacked up over the last 18 hours or so. So we just fixed that. So I'm going to walk through and do sort of a line by line check on all the statuses. These numbers are roughly right. So a lot of these are wedged on final tech LGTMs. We don't have any that are unreviewed. There's a lot of these in the final stages, and so we're starting to ping SIGs and make a little bit of noise there. The team's gonna run through another merge a main back into the integration branch, make sure everything looks good there after all of these have been merged in. And then we'll just be sort of in a holding pattern waiting to get to Friday, basically, where we won't be having anything else merge in. I think that's it. So I'll have better data tomorrow. We'll get this all resolved and updated this afternoon.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jesse. Anyone have any questions for docs? No. All right. Thank you very much. Moving on, we have release notes. Lucas.
We're green. We merged and updated a release notes draft, and we have an open pull request for the major themes.
Cool. Excellent. Thank you so much. Anyone have any questions or comments for release notes?
Yeah. So I made a pull request to CC's fork and branch that is that the PR is from, and just to update the order of it, and just going into like looking back into the 121 and 122 major themes and how they set the order was more of the deprecations or removals first. Anything important for the release that may not have enhancements, like for 122 is the update to the release cadence. So I put like the SALSA compliance second after the deprecations, and things going to GA after that, after the SALSA compliance, and things going to beta. Then last, the things going to alpha. And typically most time we don't have things going introduced as alpha in the major themes, but unless it's really big, like the pod security mission controller, that was one exception. So there are a few things here in alpha. I'll keep it in there for now, then I'll review. So there's there's a second pull request to CC's fork and branch for that to update CC's pull request.
Cool, got it.
Cool. All right. Ray, would you mind finding a link to that pull request and putting it in the notes?
Yep.
Is that right? Lovely. Thank you. Did anyone have any further comments or questions for release notes? Nope. All right. Then we'll move on to comms. Mickey?
One sec. Yeah, so we are connecting as a team to go through the release blog draft. So we're planning to do that either today or tomorrow, depending on people's availability. And additionally, so that would be the intro section. And then we're also going through the tech review of all of the feature blogs right now. And we need to follow up on the comments that are in the blogs.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Mickey. Anyone have any comments or questions?
I'm gonna update the HackMD to update the major themes order accordingly to what we have, and that's in flight. And I'll try to add a little bit on the theme as well in terms of the intro.
Thank you, Rick. Appreciate it.
All right, perfect. Anyone have any further comments or questions? No. All right, thank you so much. Moving on to release branch management. Veronica?
Hello. So we're yellow, following the status closely on the failing and flaking issues. Thank you so much for the hard work. I'm sorry to freak out a little bit because we are less than a week left for the release, but thank you so much everyone for your hard work. And just to follow up on the cherry picking versus fast forwarding note that I mentioned yesterday, we started the discussion earlier today at the SIG release meeting. There were many opinions and thoughts. So if you're curious about it, check out the notes that are linked in the agenda for this meeting. And I guess that not to just put you on the spotlight, but I think that Ray might have some more comments about this. So I think that's it from us today. And it's okay if you don't have comments.
Go ahead, Ray, have comments.
Yeah. So for the rest of 123, which is a week, we're gonna right now the process is to cherry pick for any PRs going into the release. The PR author makes a PR to KK to the master branch, and they would have to cherry pick into the release 123 branch since the release 123 branch is now was now created. Before in 118, and before 118, we did fast forwards, or the branch managers did daily fast forwards. But there were some issues with that as well. So it's going to be a discussion in the retro topic. But just for now, for 123, and with the release, with this 7 days left, we'll ask the PR authors to create a cherry pick PR. If they don't, another is a script to automatically create one. I believe Nabrin mentioned there was 3 pull requests merged into KK master that needs to be cherry picked into the release 123 branch. So he is going to take care of that.
All right. Any further comments or questions for release branch management? No. All right. Thank you so much. Moving on. I don't think we have anything from Jeremy, and I don't see him on the call. So we'll just move on to release lead. Ray.
All right. Just stepping in for Jeremy a little bit. I know he would say just to think for role lead to think of 124, think of succession as well. And so, if you have any comments, questions, just feel free to reach out to myself and Jeremy. All right. And to my updates, we do what's really important is that failing job in the SIG release 123 blocking board, and there is an open PR to K test infra. So I've added the 123 milestone, like I mentioned, and also priority critical urgents. Hopefully this gets looked at in the next day or so, but this pull request has been open for I think about a day right now. So that's one of the most important things that we need to get fixed since it is blocking, or it is considered release blocking since we have a failing test. All right, milestones for today is the docs are complete, and looks like there's a number that needs tech reviews. So I'm going to go and ping folks to give tech reviews for those. Also, the feature blocks are ready for review. I believe that is already complete. So I believe if not all the feature blocks are already at a point to review. If not all, then most of them. This Thursday's release notes complete. So I did see those. So the release notes completes since after release candidates cuts, release notes can finish the release notes, and we have the major themes, and there's the PR flights. This Friday, I'm gonna start a go, no-go thread on SIG release. And so I'll ask all the role leads to give a go, no-go status if we can release on Friday, even though we're releasing on Tuesday, but we want to start that on Friday and continue it on Monday and Tuesday as well. Then Tuesday itself is release day, so we'll do a final go, no-go on Tuesday. And with Tuesday, that's when the branch managers cut the release. We'll make sure the release notes are in the proper repo. And docs will actually do quite a bit to merge in the 123 documentation changes to the website, and also publish the release blog. Afterwards, the KK master is thawed, so it's open for 124, and an email or emails will go out to KDev, to the community leads, and to discuss.kates.io. So that's it for me. Any comments or questions? All right.
Like it.
Go ahead.
I said it doesn't sound like it.
All right. I did ping SIG scalability. They haven't added in the results of the scalability test. I'll ping them again to make sure that is up, and we have a status for that for this week.
All right. Thank you so much, Ray. Just before we stop the recording, did anyone else have any comments, anything to make or bring up at this point? Nope. All right, which I will stop the recording.